hate another turnover. I'd like to see him take a shot.
JaVale's going to shoot a three and be fouled.
Oh, no. How did they do that? Okay, this is a discussion. See, Washington's overreacting here. They are saying, you know, you're trying to show us up. You know what? Sorry. If we didn't have a shot clock, if that weren't in play, yeah, maybe so. But it was going to be a turnover because of the time between the shot clock and game clock.
CT, the Warriors are playing outstanding basketball. They ran rough shot all over the Wizards. But we see at the end of the game there, JaVale McGee shooting a three. I ask you, fair or foul what Brandon Jennings did?
Fair what Brandon Jennings did. Brandon says he wants to be the enforcer. He said the team needs to be more physical. He said they need to be meaner. And after the game, Brandon said if there's any drama, he's down with it. Listen, the Warriors were up by 22 points. I don't want to hear about you don't want to take a shot clock violation. This game is over. Dribble it out. Shake hands if you've already won the basketball game. If you're Brandon Jennings and the Wizards, you want to let folks know. You can't just treat us anyway. We're not pushovers. We're not going to be having that sort of thing. It's just ironic that it was Jennings, the guy that's only been with the team for a few weeks, is the one that's making a play like that.
Yeah, I just wonder, does he even have enough juice in that locker room to go out there and make a play like that? I think this is a little bit of a message from the Warriors to the Wizards.
What's that?
Washington's walking around like we're the big bad team from the East. They go out to Golden State, and Golden State gave them the business. I mean, Steph was putting on a show against John Wall. We all know I love John Wall. But I think this was a little bit of a message game that, yeah, we're not going to be messed with. Sure, no Kevin Durant for now, but we're still the best team in the entire NBA. We won 73 games last year. I'm actually okay with JaVale McGee shooting the ball.
Really? Is that not an unwritten rule, though? Like you don't embarrass the team, you don't show them up? The game, they're up 20. We're up 20 with seconds to play. Not a minute and a half,
but
not
the
a 10-point
clock
game.
would have ran out, and it would have made like an awkward, all right, then you could take the ball out of bounds. Yes, I think it would have been the classy move, but I think there was a little bit of a message, like I said. I think JaVale McGee was like, yes, screw those guys.
But can JaVale McGee, the guy who's famous for being Shaq and a fool and has looked silly doing a whole lot of stuff, maybe Steph or Clay could have done something like that, but can JaVale McGee, you talk about J-U-I-C-E, he has no respect. Can he be the guy taking a three?
You know, we may have come to a conclusion right there.
What's that?
Brandon Jennings and JaVale McGee, maybe both guys were wrong.
Okay,
it's not like they're like star players to be making a play like that, oh, I'm going to show you. It's like, Brandon, you've been on the team for like 8 days.
Neither one of those were the guys to be in that situation. Bigger picture for the Golden State Warriors, Kevin Durant may come back on Saturday against the Pelicans, barring any unforeseen setbacks. They've won 11 in a row.
Yep.
Does this make them better? I mean, some people will say with the way that they've been playing, to put Kevin Durant back in the mix might mess up the chemistry.
That could happen, but I know as a fan of basketball and someone who knows the game pretty well, you'd rather have Kevin Durant out there.
For sure.
And you'd like him to get some regular season reps under his belt before they head into the playoffs. Hey, there's going to be an adjustment. There was when Durant left the lineup. The Warriors went through a rough patch in their season, and then they adjusted and they figured it out. But this is going to be an adjustment for them to get Durant his looks. I just wonder, who's the go-to guy on that team, CT? Is it Durant or is it Steph?
Yeah, I think from what we've seen, I think Kevin Durant is the go-to guy, and I think Steph making the adjustment is the biggest issue, the toughest part, because we saw against Washington, he dropped 42, took like 24 shots. Obviously, he's not going to get his shots. He has the green light, but it's hard to manage KD getting in the flow and Steph Curry getting in the flow. I just wonder, are the Warriors rushing him back to try to get him some regular season games? I wonder if they wouldn't be better off waiting a little bit and maybe bring him back in the first round, play him a few less minutes, and integrate him like that. These are the best players in the world. They can figure it out, but you don't want him to come back a little bit too soon, then he's injured. You've gone on record saying without KD, they have no shot. Are they being cautious enough? I'm not so sure.
Yeah, only Durant knows how healthy he really is, right?
And players are always going to say, I'm ready. Throw me out there.
Yeah, and for the Warriors, you get why they want to have him on the floor. He want to build that continuity heading into the playoffs right now. Without Durant in that first round, I was speculating the Nuggets, even the Trailblazers with a healthy Nurkic. We may not see that as he's banged up as well. They're going to beat whoever they play if Durant ends up being healthy. You're not suggesting they're better without Durant, are they?
Not suggesting they're better without Durant, but I think they need to make sure they're cautious. They can beat, to your point, without Durant in the first round, they could beat Portland or Denver. Might be tough with Denver. They can still beat him, though. But you need to make sure that you have him for the later rounds as opposed to trying to knock the rust off in the regular.